Hello and welcome back to Let's Revise Section A. So we've done the introduction already, so we've already thought about the UK's evolving landscape and the key concepts that are involved in that, and now we're going to look on and start working with coasts. So again, only 8 marks on coastal change and conflict. But just remember what you've learned so far about rock type. It's really, really important in helping to explain why the coastline looks the way it does. So your key concepts that you need to know is you need to understand how erosion, transportation and deposition shape the coast through constructive and destructive waves. So different landforms form depending on different types of processes. So for example, a wave-cut platform, an arch, a stack and a stump are all due to erosion, whereas a spit is due to transportation, longshore drift and deposition. You need to be really clear about the role of geology, rock type and structure in helping to explain why certain landforms have formed where they have. It is not just about the wave action, there's also other factors involved, primarily the type of rock. You then need to be able to identify different sea defences and give advantages and disadvantages of them. I'm not going to go over that very much in this session because I think you can do that yourselves. But what is important is you understand the type of human activities that are taking place in the coastline or by the coast, and with an example to show how human activity is interacting with the physical processes as well. So in this diagram we can see the typical landforms that you will have to identify. The 3 key processes you need to talk about are erosion, transportation and deposition. And what you will need to do is identify which processes create which landform and then consider whether the other factors are involved. We know that rock type is really, really important, and at the coastline rock type is very important in helping to explain why you see what you see. More resistant rock will be eroded more slowly, okay? It'll be harder to erode and they will jut out as headlands, whereas the softer rock is eroded more quickly to form bays. Where you get your alternating bands of hard and soft rock, a discordant coastline will form of headlands and bays. Where the rock type is always the same, then you will get a concordant or a straight coastline. Be ready to explain what processes have been involved in the formation of arches, stacks and stumps. This is due to wave action, destructive wave, which attack areas of weakness and eventually form an arch, which will eventually collapse to form a stack and then a stump. Be ready to think about what else is involved. It's normally in areas of chalk because you need the cracks and the joints in the areas of weakness. The sea has to start somewhere, and the roof of the arch will collapse due to weathering, and mass movement is the rockfall where the roof of the arch collapses. The most important landform of deposition apart from beaches will be a spit. These will form as a result of transportation in the form of longshore drift and deposition. So as waves approach the coastline at an angle, they will transport material along the beach. This is called longshore drift. And at a bend in the coastline, the energy will be lost and the waves will deposit the material, building up a long strip of sand or shingle, which is called a spit. So that would be a landform of transportation and deposition. The combination of erosion, transportation, deposition, together with the rock type and other processes like weathering and mass movement will help explain why you see what you see.